What's up, Facebook Live? It is Carmen Harris of BohemianAcademics.com. Welcome to the broadcast. If you are catching this on the replay, make sure you hashtag replay. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Don't forget to like this video, like our page, and share the video out, especially with moms and dads that have children ages 7 and under. So today we're going to be talking about vocabulary, but before I get into my vocabulary lesson today, I am going to share this video out in a few different places just to make sure that the information is shared with others. And again, don't forget to visit my website, BohemianAcademics.com, to learn a little bit more about our company, the product that we offer, and to take advantage of the free ebook that we have when you go onto our page. So just give me a few moments to share this out. And if you've been watching the videos this week, we've been talking about the 5 components of reading. And I broke down the first 3 yesterday and the day before. We're going to go over the 4th one today, which is vocabulary. So just sit tight and we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's see here. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Today, we are going to be talking about vocabulary. On Monday, I talked about how there is more to reading than just reading. There are 5 components that go into a child actually being able to read in its full capacity. The first one is phonics. The second is phonemic awareness. The third one is fluency. The 4th is vocabulary. And the 5th is comprehension. I talked about phonemic awareness and phonics and also fluency yesterday and the days before. So you can go back and look at those videos to get an idea of what exactly that means. But I stress the importance of how every component of reading goes in order of its importance. Okay, phonics is the very first step in learning how to read, and it's the most important step. Phonics and phonemic awareness are the most important steps. Those are the foundation setters, okay? You can't pass go if your child doesn't master phonics and phonemic awareness. A lot of times we see children that are in older grades, maybe 3rd and 4th grade, and they're struggling readers because that foundation of phonics and phonemic awareness was not set in place. Fluency is when you actually get to a point to where you're reading fluently. You're reading. That's what you think of. When people think of reading, they think of someone with a book, reading words, reading sentences, reading paragraphs. That is also known as fluency. Today we're going to talk about vocabulary, okay? And the title of the video says, "Can you give me a definition, please?" When people think of vocabulary, they typically think of words and the definition of those words. Vocabulary is the understanding of the meaning of words. It's also being able to use words in their correct context. It's also being able to use words correctly in a sentence. That is when your child is beginning to master vocabulary, when they can give you the definition of a word, or if they can tell you what it means, if they can use the word in the correct context, and if they can use the word correctly in a sentence. Now, how do you build up vocabulary? Vocabulary is something that we focus on in the 1st grade and beyond. However, you can build up your child's vocabulary when they're a baby, when they're very little, okay? So you can build up vocabulary by speaking to your child in complete sentences. A lot of times, especially in my culture with the brown people, you will hear people talking to children in incomplete sentences and goo goo gaga baby language. Like instead of saying she's so cute, they'll say her so cute or him so cute. Like, I get it, sometimes you may want to speak like that to your child, but the majority of you speaking to your child should not be in that way, especially in the early stages, in the formative stages. You should be speaking to your child in complete sentences. That way they can hear the correct way. You're modeling for them how they should be speaking, and that's going to build up their receptiveness to new vocabulary words. Also, you can build vocabulary by speaking to your child using correct grammar. Yes, we don't always use the King's English all the time, but you definitely want to have your child familiar with correct grammar and speaking in complete sentences. Another tip that you can use is to actually label your house with index cards. In our old home, I had things labeled. I had the refrigerator labeled. I had the door labeled. I had the sofa labeled. I had the toilet labeled. Just go around putting index cards around the house, and when your child casually walks past the refrigerator or the stove or the door or the cabinet, you can direct their attention to the index card, and that way you're building up their vocabulary. You're helping them to learn to read, and it's organic, it's natural, it's not forced. Okay, you also want to use a variety of words, meaning to build up to this with the same meaning, to build up their vocabulary. For example, instead of saying you did a good job, you can say you did an outstanding job, you did a phenomenal job. That way you're elevating their mind and you're taking their mind a little bit higher so that they're just not stuck on the basic level. And then when it's time to learn, when they get older and it's time for them to actually start using a dictionary and looking up the definition of the word and seeing the part of speech and how to correctly use the word, they'll be more receptive, because all of this, everything that we've talked about all week, is setting the foundation, the literacy foundation for your child, the foundation for your child to be an excellent reader, the foundation for your child to be an excellent writer. So we're all setting the foundation. Another tip, the last tip that I want to give to you for building up vocabulary, you can have a word of the week. And of course, it can be based on your child's level, their reading level, their age level. Have a word of the week, and every single day of the week you'll go over the definition of that word, what it means, and then you'll use it correctly in a sentence every single day, and you'll have your child do the same. That way you are building up vocabulary. Some of these components of reading are focused more so in higher grade levels, but you can still find a way to implement them into your child's life, whether your child is a baby, a toddler, or a preschooler or a grade schooler. So those are my tips on vocabulary, what exactly it is, how to build up vocabulary in your child's life to set them up for a great start for reading and for literacy. Now, for those of you catching this on the replay, thank you for hanging out with me. Make sure you hashtag replay, share this video out if you got value. Sharing is caring. It's not going to take anything away from you to share this valuable information. I also want you to click the link at the top of the video. Go to my website, bohemianacademics.com. If you are not already on my list, you are going to have the opportunity to get a free ABC Basics ebook. You will also find information on the website under the products tab about my digital course and workbook that is available right now. You can go ahead and purchase it and download it right now, and you can start teaching your child to read. Don't just depend on the school system or your child's teacher for your child to learn how to read. A lot of schools have taken phonics out of the reading process. Like, phonics is the very first step in reading. And a lot of school systems, public school systems, I know some up here in the state of Georgia that I'm in, have taken out phonics from out of the reading process. Now, if phonics is set in place to set the foundation, if phonics is the very first component of reading, how can you do away with it? How can you not do it? So that's just a red flag for you as a parent to make sure that you're not putting all of the educational responsibility of your child onto someone else. You have to take control of it. You have to start implementing these strategies now. So again, go to my website, get the free ebook, and make sure you purchase the digital course, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.